Hey, yo, man, it's K Finesse, man. I'm out of Pomona, California. I'm sitting here live, man, with DustyVisionTV. And I hope that y'all tap in, come tune in, man. I hope that y'all like, subscribe, and follow, man.
Whereabouts in Pomona did you grow up?
I grew up on the north side.
Who are some of the first Crips and Bloods to step foot in Pomona?
Sit down, Trey 57. That's
Gotcha.
that's one of the that's like the original gang out there. Yeah, and then after that you will have like Ghost Town Crip will come around, you feel me? And then you got like the Hispanic gangs who started like come on the 12th Street. It was a gang before that too. I can't remember, like an old Mexican like mafia type gang that was actually around before 12th Street. A lot of people don't know. I didn't start coming around until like '99. That's when I got onto the scene, you know, as far as like into the gang banging scene, you know, where I really was like getting put on the gang and stuff. I was a young man too at that.
9 years
I
old.
was 9. Yeah, I was 9 in '99. I was already jumped off the porch. Stuff that people doing now, like a lot of things that people do now, it was different back then when I got put on, because the gang banging activity was a little bit different. The atmosphere was different. People were different than how things are now. Now it's a little bit more so like a fashion.
Mm-hmm.
I would say gang banging is like a fashion. Like it's just something to do. You know, people change up now, like how they change their outfits.
Let's go back to when you were 9. Take me back to that day. Did you get jumped in? Like, what was the whole process?
Oh yeah, most definitely, most definitely. I didn't get walked on. I didn't get no. Oh, you 9 years old, you get a walk on. No, I got beat up.
Okay.
For sure, I got beat up. I got jumped on.
When were you most active?
I was most active basically from that time on. Once that happened, and I was full fledged in. I was all the way in. I already grew up kind of like chaotic, you know what I'm saying? So it was already like I already had like a problem with authority and stuff like that. Just in school at a young age, already had like a lot of problems as a child, just in school, you know. So being 9 years old and getting put on the gang was just fuel to the fire.
Did you go through the system, juvie, CYA?
Yeah, I caught my first juvenile hall case actually in 2002. I was 12. I had caught a bullshit little attempted murder case. I ended up beating that case though on one of my auntie boyfriends. I ended up beating that case though. I ended up getting that exonerated. But my actual time, like really do time for a case that I got caught for and stuff like that was I was 14. But I did sit down that first time. I sat down for like 6 months in Los Padrinos Juvenile Halls, which was right there in Downey.
Yeah, very familiar. Right off Imperial and Old River School Road.
Exactly, yeah. So 2002, I was there for like 6 months. Got out and then went back in 2004. 2 years later, when I was 14, I caught a gun case. Yep, and I had to go sit up in there too for a minute. So they shipped me off to camp.
Talk to us what it's like as an active gang member entering juvenile hall.
Oh man, you got to go up in that bitch, man. You got to go up in there and just like you got to really be like a really full fledged about that life, because juvenile hall systems in Los Angeles County is not nothing. It's nothing nice. It's not nothing like any other juvenile hall. And I've been to some juvenile hall systems in like San Bernardino County and like up in like the Bay Area up towards that way. I forgot the county that is I want to say it's I forget the exact county it was, but I've been to some juvenile halls out that way too in the Bay.
So is it on site with your enemies, or are you linking up?
Yeah, it's on the cracking on site. So basically, like as soon as you get in, you basically, man, you gotta just like if you gotta go in there about that life, because if not, you're gonna get marked out, and then not only do you get marked out there, you get marked back out when you get to the streets, because the streets gonna hear about it. You know what I'm saying? So like you gotta just go in there and you gotta be an animal.
Was it harder for you at the beginning or harder for you later on in life?
I think juvenile hall just kind of like raised you to prepare you for everything else. After that, it was like nothing else really gave you no fear. See, the initial fear is juvenile hall as a child. That's the first initial fear. You feel me? So that's the initial fear. Then once you go in there and then it's like you see like, damn, oh, hold on, man, like this regular, like you grew up fighting already. Like if you grew up how I grew up, you grew up fighting. So fighting is regular. Fighting is easy. Like you either gonna win or you gonna lose, or it's gonna be a draw. So if you go into Juvenile Hall with that spirit of a lion, the heart of a lion, and you just go in there blazing, or you see your enemy, get off on a blazer. You feel me? It's simple. It's easy. It's not. You shouldn't have no fear, but you're gonna have that initial fear because you're young and you're going into a place that's foreign to you. But once you get in there and you see it's regular, like it's like regular activity. It's nothing. So like when you get back to the streets, it's like it don't really make you feel like, for me, it didn't make me feel bad. It didn't make me feel like I didn't want to go back. You know what I'm saying?
What was the longest stretch you ever did?
As far as in my adolescence,
Just
or
anytime.
Man, now.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it, so I was gonna let you say that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, now, man. I'm gonna say now, man. You know.
Would you share with us how long you're doing?
Well, I was doing a life sentence. They had got me for a murder. They got me for a murder robbery, in which I was an innocent bystander. But you know, they wanted people to tell and stuff like that. You know, but we don't do that in the line of field and where I come from and how I grew up in. You know, I just live up under that law where you just don't ever tell. Telling is something you don't do. You feel me? But fortunately, you know, for me now, I've been down 12 years, but I have a beautiful light at the end of the tunnel now. So it's beautiful. Just acquired a lawyer and all that. Before the lawyer, I already had a light at the tunnel. I was already going to be coming home, just due to, you know, new existing laws that have changed, which is, you know, working in my favor, which is beautiful. But just the lawyer on his own is beautiful because that's literally going to give me an opportunity to really go home sooner than what I thought I was going to go home.
You've been down 12 already?
Yeah, 12 already, man. And it's bittersweet, man. You know, I call it a bittersweet moment because it really saved me and helped me to really reinvent myself. You know, I had to kill off the old me in order to be reborn to the person I am now. You feel me? Like when y'all listen to my music and you hear what I'm talking about on my music, you feel me? I'm gonna talk about a lot of dark, deep things that was in the past and stuff like that, and talk about how I'm able to talk, you know, be free with it, and you know, I'm able to be this new invented person that I have, you know, created myself into be. Well, not even to create myself, but just be the person I was actually truly meant to be. You feel me? Instead of somebody that I wasn't. So through my music, I'm able to be that person. Through my music, I'm able to express myself and express all those feelings and emotions and shit. And it's a beautiful thing. So through the music, y'all will be able to hear, like, you know, my story, my life story. You feel me?
Talk to me. What's the process like? You know what I'm saying? Putting the song out.
Okay, for me, it's a real business, you know, because for me, like, I'm like a businessman. So I don't just look at the music aspect of it. I look at the business and everything that go into it. Like, it really drives me. It motivates me to do that shit. Like, it really, like, it excites me. Like, that's how I get happy to talk about it. So, like, for me, going through the process is just writing. So when I get into the mode of writing and I'm just focused, it don't take me long to really write a full song. I can write a whole song in like an hour. You feel me? Give me an hour, I can write. I'm just focused. An hour, I can write 2 verses, a hook, and be ready. Give me, if I'm all the way in the zone, give me 2 hours, an hour and a half. I have the song recorded, written and recorded, ready. You feel me? So I record everything on my phone. So you have to have, obviously, you gotta have a phone.
Yeah,
gotta have a phone.
You don't use any outside, like you don't have a homie send you like a beat and you freestyle over the phone. That's how they used to do it back in the 90s. You do everything.
Well, see, so
go ahead.
I do everything digitally through the phone. So thankfully through technology, you could do a whole lot. Okay, so I use Audio Evolution, which is an app that you could download. You could go on your Google Play Store, download Audio Evolution, and buy it. You want to buy it because the free one, you don't really get to do nothing with. The free one. It just lets you, like, it's just a demo. You got to buy it. It's like $7 to pay for that. Boom, but you get it forever. You can have it forever. So if you ever lose your phone or your account, whatever, all you do is sign back into your Google account, download the app again to your new phone, and you always got the app, no matter what, because you already paid for it. So you use that, you record on that, and what I do is I download my stems, which is like the vocals, you know, the vocal stems. I download all of them each individually, save them to my drive, and then I send it to my engineer. So I work with engineers. You know, like I got a new engineer I just worked with. Matter of fact, I got a new song I just released on Christmas called "Feeling Free." Y'all should check that out. Y'all should really check that out. It's dope. It's on all digital platforms. Any digital platform, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple, iTunes, Amazon, wherever y'all want to find it.
And it's under K-Finesse. Is it under
Yeah,
K-Finesse?
K-Finesse. Yeah, K-Finesse.
I would love to know your thoughts in hindsight and just when it happened, what was the atmosphere like, you know, where you are right now when Nipsey Hussle was killed?
It was a tragic in here. A lot of people felt a lot of sorrow for, you know, the situation, you know. A lot of sorrow, a lot of sympathy. You know, he was despite where he was from and on some gangbanging stuff, just him as a man, you know, the things that he did in his city and where he come from and what he was trying to do was well respected in the streets, and not just on the streets, but behind his walls too, you know. Now you did have certain, like, you know, some gangbanging stuff, you know, certain gangs did, you know, say some stupid, you know, certain things, and, you know, it did cause, you know, a riot or two in a couple spots, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, it was pretty, yeah. Other than that, it's pretty peaceful.
Okay. How could something like that have been prevented? You know, someone that close getting to him and ending his life like that? If it could have been prevented.
It could have been prevented because it should for sure could have been prevented. For one, if whatever they said, like how they try to say that he, you know, he said something to this dude about him being over there because he was a snitch and this and that. If he really did do that, Nipsey coming from the street, excuse me, he should know better. Like, just me being a street motherfucker. Like, I come from the street, so I'm just going to think like a street individual would think. And if you know somebody already a killer, if you know this person already a killer, it's already been known that this dude's a killer. Boom. All right. We done got this word.
So in the street life, in the street life, you call somebody a snitch, it's pretty much on, is what you're saying? Like, that's like a, dude, don't fucking call me a snitch.
Yeah, exactly. But that's in life in general. Ain't nobody going to want to be called no snitch. No, in street life, like, you ain't going to, just calling somebody a snitch isn't like people won't take that personal. Man. You feel me? Where your paperwork at? How you know what I'm snitching on who? You feel me? So that's gonna be something personal or something real personal. You know what I'm saying? So you telling the person that's known to be a killer that he is snitch, you don't do that, and then you turn your back on that individual. You're not never supposed to do that. Like, never. You don't turn your back on no killer. You're a killer. You feel what I'm saying? So it could have been prevented though if he would have never did that. Or if you gonna do that, the only option for you to do is eliminate the threat. If that's the case, you know? And he should have had better security. You know, he's supposed to be a top dog over there. He gotta have better. He gotta have real security. He gotta really be out there secured up. Like, yeah, you in your set and you feel like a god and all this and that, which is cool. But at the same token, you gotta be prepared for anybody, niggas in your own, especially in your hood. Like, your hood known for that. Y'all known for killing each other.
Apparently there's this thing out there where big artists are charging indie artists, let's say, $500 to jump on a mixtape, something like that, and then it ends up being a scam.
Exactly. So they telling us $300, you know, $400 or $500. It depends, $700, depending on what it is or who it is. And they telling us for, you know, $700 or whatever, they're gonna put us on the mixtape for one. Why do I gotta pay to get put on a mixtape that you're telling me something about? I didn't come to you about nothing. So you want me to pay to get put on a mixtape for one? That's already catchy and fishy. But if you're an indie artist and you don't really know the game in the industry like that, you're going to jump on it because you're going to look at it like, oh, this is a top dog. Like, this ain't nothing. This is a good investment on my career. Yeah, that could be right, but it's not, because for one, a lot of these people ain't even getting put on the mixtape. So they just getting jacked. They're not getting put on the mixtape. You feel me? And then they're talking about they're doing promo. Well, I'm going to do promo for you too. So it's going to be promo on my page, on this page, on this and that. And I'm going to do this consistently throughout the month. They don't do nothing. Nothing. Like, I got put on the game mixtape. I did get a song on the mixtape. You feel me? But all the other stuff, I got a slot on the mixtape. All the other stuff that was supposed to come involved, I didn't get nothing. I didn't get not a shout out, not a nothing. He tried to charge me more money. After it was said and done, he's like, well, look, no, we could do this and that. Just promo on this promo, man, I'm going to need $300 more. I'm like, what? Hold on, bro. That was already included in the first shit. And then I found out it was all a scam. And I found out it was multiple artists doing that. And I'm like, damn, like, it's that bad. And I knew the game. I should have been already tricky about the game because he already, like, you know, he got a lawsuit. He just lost.
Who's that?
So I should have already been, like, aware of him. Like, man, this dude got a lot of money that he's probably going to try to get back because he just lost a lot. And he got to give up a lot of his royalties that he makes from his music based on that.
What artist is this? Put his ass on blast.
That's the game.
The game. Oh,
yeah, that's the game.
Man, one of my favorite MCs too. I'm disappointed, dog. Wow.
Yeah, that's the game, man. That's the game. Fuck all that. Yeah, he out there robbing people, man. They out there. Y'all gotta be aware. If you're an indie artist, man, be aware because that's what they is for sure doing.
Yeah, I've heard. I don't want to put anybody's names out there, but allegedly, I've heard some big names on the East Coast that do the same exact.
Oh
thing.
yeah, it's a lot of them. I ain't even messing with it. They've been getting at me about that shit too. I don't even get involved in it no more. I don't hit them. I don't do nothing. Like, no, don't tag me or nothing. I'd rather go put my money on a real marketing place, like a real marketing firm to market my music for me.
How do you think rappers with gang ties should move when they're traveling from city to city, state to state performing, especially when they have gang ties?
Oh man, I think any rapper in general, if you moving state to state, I think you should move. Like if you just a regular rapper, like you just an artist, right? I'm gonna say just an artist because it's an art. Like that's all it is really just an art. And a lot of these people nowadays, they just rapping this life that they not even living. So if you just rapping that life that you're not even living, you should have security. First and foremost, have your security if you go into other people's cities and states, and make sure they armed security guards. You feel me? But if you a rapper and you come from that life and you a gangster of some type of sort, you feel me? You should know how to move already. Your entourage should already be your niggas. You know, your niggas that you know they with that life. You ain't gotta say no names. You ain't gotta put them niggas in your videos and have them niggas in your, move like a general, nigga. Because it's like Pop Smoke, for example. Pop Smoke was already meant to be a legend. Already was a legend. He was like 20, 21. Mm-hmm. You feel me? He put the New York Crip scene on the map. You feel me? Big. Like he put that shit big on the map. Like he was going somewhere. But you was moving funny because you came out here to the West Coast and you start posting things, and that's what people fail to realize. Yeah, the West Coast is glamour and glitz and all that, but in the inner cities, it's real life. It's real gang banging over here. It's real gutter. It's real grimy, and niggas is lurking over here. And if you posting your address, you posting your addy like you a walking lick. You only telling somebody, you inviting people over to come get you because y'all think that everything is cool in LA because, I'm not even in the inner city in LA. I'm in Hollywood. Man, what that mean? Just because you're in Hollywood, you still out here where we at. You know what I'm saying? So, like, just if you moving, if you a gangster, you a gangbanger, like, just move smart. Move like a gangster. You guys got to be thinking. You got to think like a gangster. Move like a gangster. Don't move like an average ass street person, just a regular ass individual. Move like a gangster. You got to move precisely, man. You got to be calculated, especially if you got a bag.
And you made me think of something. Even for civilians, I'm gonna throw this out there because I may save 1 or 2 lives at least. Just leave all your sports caps at home. Don't fucking wear a sports cap in LA. Any sports cap you bring from outside of your city or your state has some gang ties to it. So I would just say, for my civilian friends out there, leave all your shit at home.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just leave your shit at home, man. Because man. It's cool. It's cool to go out there and splurge and stuff too. You feel me? Splurge on your shit, but just be smart, man. How y'all move, because a lot of people don't got a lot of stuff that y'all got, man. A lot of people don't got what y'all got.
Yeah.
And all y'all do is y'all be flashy for the gram. It look good for the internet. It's cool, but it's people that's in real life, they ain't got nothing.